So I've had the worst trouble, not just in recent years, but even the recent time. I've been so confused about what to do about my life, and it's not like I don't know how to eat, drink, sleep, exercise. I hope, as I can hope. Work, obviously, but I've been able to do that. Thank gosh. Um, whether I actually mean that or not, but not that I can't live by literal surviving sinners. That's as sarcastic as I can be without laughing. Ha ha ha. I've been so confused because I haven't realized how to live my life to its fullest yet, and it's not like I don't know how to dream or have ambitions or write down my goals, which I have on the board right there since yesterday. I'm confused because I have a lot of issues not related to my own confusion of myself, but of the world around me. It's like I'm confused about what my real issues are. I'm confused about what I actually want, and to and I'm confused about who I am as a creator. I think I keep defining things as neither a hobby or a career, and that puts a medium or a balance into something that doesn't necessarily exist. And I think that's already one of the weird things about me is that I don't want to define what I do as a hobby or a career. But if it's not as professional as a career and it's not as leisurely as a hobby, then what the heck is it? And that's maybe one of the weird things about me is that I didn't define properly what I was doing, which means I either didn't have a purpose or I didn't have a reason, and that was a very weird kink. That maybe I should be a glitch in itself. That may be a very big red flag right there. Is I didn't know what I was doing, which is a very sad thing for me to say because I usually know what I'm doing, if not always, and that's a very weird ambition I have, which is to do everything for a reason, and that's one of the things that I've had as a trope for much of my actions throughout this entire time, which was that I never did anything pointlessly. But that's take it as that you will about that. As far as being confused about what I could have done, or what I didn't do, or what I could have had, it's I've tried many things. I've tried, and out of my field, fine. Outside of my field of view, or what I thought I could have done, or what I didn't know about yet, fine. But I tried many things. I've trekked random places around the city, some places I didn't even think I would even go to, thinking that I would find answers that may or may not have existed. I've looked online, searched, asked many questions on search engines about what I would have wanted or what or anything virtually, and I'm not even kidding. Not stupid shit, but like just and I couldn't find answers to things that may or may not have existed. Again, it's just I've been very confused. Some of my online friends and even maybe even real life friends may have not been easy about this. Some in particular that were critical on me to help me learn about certain things. Still, and of amongst some other things that they could have said in other times and terminologies that they may or may not have helped me. That was not easy to go through. Some of it did help a lot, but it was just like for example, like when Ramen helped me with he commented on one of my videos, and it seemed correct me if I'm wrong, Ramen, but it did seem that you were a little confused about what I was talking about, and I won't blame you because I actually do. For a long time, for a very long time, I never made sense to a lot of people. Sometimes not even myself. But you tried your best to talk about certain things about the video, and some of it felt a little. I took some of it. I took some of it personally. I'm not gonna lie. I took some of it personally because I thought you were, not just because of what you said that may or may not have been logically factual. Like when you talked about the stimulation, and I'm like, but that's not true. The stimulation is still important to overcome. It's not that it's a sin, but or anything. For some legitimate standards, okay, maybe for the technicality of that religion, then yes, that may be the case. But I was a little upset because not just because of how he put some of his impressions, whether they were factually correct or not, but because of how he didn't understand even some of the points I was trying to make. And I don't blame him because it was already vague and inconcise the way it was. I do not make a lot of sense even in the present time. I've gotten better about how I structure what I say and how I maybe make them hopefully make them succinct. But that's all I can do in the meantime. The speed I talk at, how loud I talk, not talking too much, making sense with what I talk about, choosing what I talk about, making sure I don't say everything, as in not saying the things that are personal or private, not saying everything, saying what I should, saying what I think, and saying what is the right thing to say. There's too much to this that I cannot correct in overnight. It's just like, and then there's the straight posture skills. I am overcomplicating this, but here, bear with me. The straight posture skills, shoulders back, to straight back, legs wide apart. If I'm sitting down, and then there's also just like, and it's what I choose to talk about. It's like what I choose to say, what the topic of the video is, or what I need to cram into the short time I have to say things, because people have a short attention span and they don't want me to make a elongated video, even if it's for a vlog. And that's only maybe some people, if hopefully not too many of them, because otherwise you're not gonna like my videos at this point. You're not gonna like how my idea of cramming and trimming a lot of content out just to make it shorter, and you still think it's a long ass time. That I bet you that's gonna happen at some point. Someone's gonna say it. They're gonna say, you're acting like this is the shortest thing you ever said. It's been like an hour. Like, yeah, just I'm glad I enjoy myself doing this because I have to, honestly. I know I'm talking about things that are making you guys cringe, because I know I'm talking in a very insulting manner, but I'm not too distant from Sean King in the sense that I do like to be an insulting bastard myself. I'm sorry, Sean King, but it's just what I think. I know you're my idea of pro free speech, but believe me, I don't mean any ill intent to even Sean King. I mean, I think he's a great guy. He just has a way of doing things that I wouldn't always prefer for the common. Okay, obviously wouldn't be for a normie, but it's just like some of the ways he impresses on people is not necessarily hostile, but it does come off as if he doesn't have to care about what he's doing. And that is one of the things that I think of him as when it comes to pro free speech, is that he does not have to care about what he does to do what he cares about. Which is, in a way, that does sound contradictory, but I think it's like he doesn't have to hold responsibility for things that aren't his fault, which is very true. But it's like, but he takes that too far. He doesn't have to hold back on someone who pisses him off, so he'll cuss them out, and then he'll act like someone's not factually logical or whatever, and dismay them and tell them that they're wrong, and not make it any easier for them to understand what's going on, which is what he did to me one time. Sorry, but this is like, I wonder if I should cut that out. I'm not entirely sure if I'll make a good video yet, if this would be one, but I could try one more time and see if I can get actual content.